The big brand sale is on at OK Furniture and it's too good to miss. Enjoy massive savings on brands you know and love. And when you spend 2,999 or more, you'll stand a chance to win one of 20 shopping sprees worth 50,000 rands. Browse our catalog and grab your favorites before the 4th of May 2025. While stocks last, T's and C's apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiski Times, the CEO Dozere. Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns. They go to the final of the CAF Champions League. They beat Ahly in Cairo. In essence, it was a 1-1 draw, but Mamelodi Sundowns could have won this game outright. They were denied a very clear penalty with VAR, the referee going to the screen to look at it, and he still said no penalty. Fortunately for the South African team, they won through an away goal. It was an on goal, Sputuputu nje boxing. The coach was running out of ideas. He threw his last dice, and one of those last dice was Divine Lunga crosses it, and then there's a lot of things are happening in the box. Ultimately, Sundowns are in the final. For Ahly, it's a lesson. It's a lesson in negative football. You beat Sundowns in the first half. You were better than them. You scored the goal. And because you scored the goal, you stopped playing. Because, of course, you are 1-0 up. The nonsense that we see in African football, it's unwatchable. One team scores and then they're going to defend the whole game. You deserve it. Chocho, you deserve it. You should have won the game. It was in your hands. You decided to defend because it was 1-0 down. Well done to Mamelodi Sundowns. Ahly, you've been winning all the time. We don't care about you. We're better than you. I've got Lindo and I've got Bobo as well. There's a Pirates game playing here. We'll try to wrap it up as quickly as possible. Your feelings, Bobo. How do you feel Sundowns going to the final?
Yeah, ngikule ukuthi ngiqale ngibulise wena, ngibulise uma leader la.
Yes, sir.
Duze wami ngibulise uJunior, Notso, ngibulise noShane. Nengwenya yami ngithi yeah uJay ngithi mina nkululeko man ithi sithi kancane congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns ucoach Cardoso the players the technical team asebenza nayo I think benze something ebaleka kakhulu sine 10 years iSundowns ingayi kuma finals if ukhumbula this
2016 you won it
9 years now
yeah.
iSundowns ingayi kuma finals for me ukuthi iSundowns irishe kuma finals they did well but inkululeko mase siye gamini azidlalanga kahle mawungabheka first half azidlalanga kahle approach game the way approach ngakhona se respect Ahly kakhulu ngiya understand that we are playing away nayi Ahly be respect iSundowns kakhulu mawungabheka the way bekudlalwa ngakhona because bekubonakala nje too tactical akekho umuntu abayafuna ukwenza ama mistake mawungabheka Mamelodi Sundowns uyabona ba overload le side la le right back la khona sibona balethu umrena today bafuna lesa speed befuna kudlala nge counter attack mawungabheka ucoach Cardoso bekafuna ukuthi masibamba ibhola sisebenzisa umdlalo ofana nomrena cishe style esifana naka coach Hugo Bros mafuna ukusebenzisa umrena so but the way Ahly defender ngakhona kubenzima for thina uma ungabheka le left back Ahly le quality anayo kunzima for umdlalo ofana nomrena ukuthi he can play kule side ukuthi adlale lawo amabhola but for me asiqalanga kahle besakhuluma lapha e-studio mangakhumbula kahle uLinda sitshela asinayo besinganayo ama box entries besinganawo creativity shorted goal you understand kusho wona ukuthi azidlalanga right but for me Ahly ngiyacabanga ukuthi uma ungayilanda kahle pound for pound ayikwazi ukudefenda baba frustrated kakhulu badlali befana neAhly especially uma ngabe yabalanda unokhi ibhola around so for mina ngibonile ukuthi bengasebenzeli kahle that's why ngathi mina if angaletha mhlawumbe abadlali abafana naboshasha ukuthi le center back yeAhly ikwazi ukusebenza because manje bengasebenzi most of the time akunamuntu lapha umdlalo ofana noMatthews ubuyile ngapha sino Adams naye akasinikeza inix going forward umdlalo bekasinikeza something uLucas Ribeiro unfortunately coach umamkeeper nami nje angijabulanga ukuthi why bekamkeeper I think uyimdlalo bekane creativity kuma Mamelodi Sundowns because beyakhona ukwenzana uku-attack space beyakhona ukhipha lawo maphasi beka le pass ayinikeza umshishi washaya first touch I think uyumdlali bengibona uLucas but ukuletha abadlali abafana naboshasha no Reiners ulethe leya pressure ku Ahly defense Ahly that is why bona sebagcine benza amaphutha eboxini because they were defending in numbers and the more defender ngenumber boxini is the more yenza amaphutha nkuleko.
All right, let me give Lindo an opportunity. Just a summary of the game.
Yeah.
You made a lot of sacrifices today.
Yeah.
You were playing negative anti-football again. You didn't have a striker.
Yeah.
You had a striker on the lineup, but you decided not to play him. But Sundowns are in the final.
Yeah.
I think you have to consolidate those two feelings. Number one, not a good game. Number two, you are in the final like Bobo, first time in 9 years, which is a great thing for South African football.
Yeah, it's important to mention that Tinkrundama, technical director,
yes, sir.
The chairman, Bobzini, man,
Congratulations, guys.
Well done, boys. Congratulations to the club. Congratulations to the players. Congratulations to Miguel Cardoso and his technical team. Congratulations to the club. Congratulations to the Mtsipe family for reaching the final after 9 years of sacrifice, of investment. Nkulego, it's important that when you're speaking about the CAF Champions League, you have to mention the Club World Cup. You have to mention the experienced players that it helps us in our national team. It's a prestigious tournament. That's why the country, we had a conversation also while we were coming to work. We had said, no, so this is the reason why we have to constantly emphasize our teams to play this competition, because the vibe in the country is completely different. We are looking forward to something.
Expectation.
There's also monetary value involved. The money is worth it, Bobs, in March. Back in the days, money was not worth it. But when you come into the game, Kulego, it's very important to mention that the coach, percentage football, if Mamelodi Sundowns did not win this game or did not draw this game, this is exactly the stick they were going to beat him with. No shots on target, lack of creativity, no penetration, no vision in the game, no control, no comfort. Mamelodi Sundowns, we know that at some point, none of us at the moment in Kulego, and lack of crosses as well. There's moments in the game where we play where we would dominate the game, look for spaces. If we are checking in the first half, Ahly had the game in their hands. They absolutely dominated. What they did is that Badlaling a double wing, a double width. What they wanted, Badlaling a back three. If we check his structures a team, they already had 3 centre backs with Lentuza, Mohamed Ash on the left. They had Mohamed Eni. What they wanted was to double up on those Lentus, on those positions, because they knew that Opri will go. That's why when you check in the first goal, Opri is out of the picture because they counter press quickly. They get the ball, they feed Mohamed Tahir. He finishes that goal. But it's also important to mention that with total football, there's somewhere where you sacrifice. But with those sacrifices, you also have to mention that even when you win, it might not be pretty to watch, but we accept the result because of where the club has been.
And if it doesn't go your way, it will be the first thing you didn't play properly. You were poor and you lost the game. You were denied a penalty. Was there any point where you felt Uguti Sundowns is not going to go through because of that? Because that was a clear penalty. There's no need for him to use his eyes and not see that that's a penalty. But for some reason, because his decision is final, we can only accept what he says. There was no need for him not to give that penalty. How did you feel in that moment? Did you have a sense that maybe it's out at the stage?
People that don't want TV are criminals in football. For me, that's the reason why the technology is important in football. One thing that made me angry was he took longer to go to the screen. That was the first initial thing that they were supposed to tell. Go to the screen because there's a touch. The reason why the initial contact was he won the ball because the ball goes in the opposite direction. You are thinking, okay, maybe it's soft. But when you look at the touch, lam ganda corner inyao, that's where the contact is. And for me, whether soft or not, it's a foul. And if it happens in the box, it's a penalty.
Do you understand why the referee didn't give it?
No, I don't understand. In my opinion, the VAR, the reason why the VAR brought him to the screen, I think they confirmed.
Was to convince him.
It's a penalty. I think he made his decision. Because remember, Nkulego, they always say with referees, Bobzin, the on-field decision, you have to stick with the on-field decision. So the fact that he didn't give a penalty, on-field decision, I think he stuck with his decision.
Let me go to Bobo. Bobo, was there a moment in this game where you felt siyapumala? Was there any moment, because you scored the goal late? The positive thing is that all you needed was the away goal. They're just defending the 1-0 instead of playing football. All you needed was that's the one goal, and then it will be an away goal. Did you believe when you're going to the final?
Especially kulesa skhathi Nkuleko bengasathembi mangibona isikhathi lapha the way scoring ngakhona kulesa skhathi. Ngikhumbula Lindo bekasinikeza ithemba ukuthi 82 minutes Sundowns will score and sizoyidraw 1-1 le game sizoqualify. But bekungekho lula because besibona ngathi i-creativity ayikho kuMamelodi Sundowns, but i-football akunala khona unenhlanhla khona. Uletha ama number eboxini, especially up front, kwenze ukuthi nama mistake abe defense.
In the build-up of that goal, there's a hand there. What's your feeling about this whole thing? I felt okay, referee says play on because I don't know whether it was Tapelo Morena, whoever it was, he didn't really deliberately hit the ball with the hand. I actually wanted the handball as well. What was your feeling around that moment?
I thought bazoyiqala lapha kulela bola. Bazobuyela iVAR ithi mhlawumbe umtawo, but mangathi uyabheka bekasemuva kakhulu. Ngiyacabanga bayibheka lento iVAR.
It didn't influence ukukora
kwale goal ukuthi ine influence yini le handball mangabe umtawo imshaye kule half mhlawumbe eduze no William, I understand. So but mina bengicabanga that's why bengilinde ukuthi abal keep a center ngikhani sizobona ukuthi okay it's a goal because uyazi ukuthi when you play against ama North African kuba nzima man, especially ama position.
Always cheating. Let's wrap it up. Pirates is playing. We're excited to watch them. I'll give you guys the 2 minutes to speak to your fans. Both of you, final words to the fans.
I just wanted to say to the fans, Asenze ensure, gents, that while we are playing the final, we make sure that Iloftas, or rather Atteridgeville, is super packed. Can we make sure that we learn from exactly on Al Ahly? At 1 o'clock today, Bobo, I was at home doing my match preparations. They came to the stadium 3 hours before the game because this is how this game meant to them. I am asking Amasandawana to ensure that we do arrive early so that in time gaming will be delayed. Other than that, I just wanted to say congratulations to Amasandawana fan for always sticking with the club, for sticking with the coach, for sticking with the players. You guys have done an unbelievable job. The previous game we were playing at home, Coach Miguel Cardoso made a mistake by saying that the stadium was not packed. But you guys made sure that the stadium was filled. And in my opinion, the fact that the club is in the final of the CAF Champions League, you guys played a big role.
My leader, uma mention indaba esikhathi, I think kubaleka kakhulu when you play ama games kahle kahle. Kumele ukuthi ama opponent ku CAF Champions League abayifile lento. Uma ibhasi ifika uke wayimenshina lento kuqala. Uma ibhasi ye team ifika, abafile ukuthi manje bafika aphi. For example, ingabe team idlale Orlando, you could feel ukuthi manje ngene Orlando. So kumele ukuthi abalandeli sibe ne influence yokuthi umazilala ekhaya, especially ama CAF Champions League, kumele sigcwale sifike early stadium so that sikwazi ukuthi bayifile lento. That is why Coach Cardoso ngiyacabanga uyilungisile lesa statement usilungisile wa apologize because ufike early stadium, ukufika kwakhe early akabonanga abantu, nathi sibonile benganabantu bangene late stadium ngenxa yesikhathi. So because of enye into akazi ukuthi thina la ekhaya siphila kanjani singama African South African sinalento wena my leader yokuthi ngama Easter kumele sihambe se emajartini izinto esifana nalezo. So I understand lento, but ngiyacabanga inamba bekhona sibonile lofuthazi. So Masandawana, congratulations to Coach Cardoso and the team guys. Let's try to support the team guys. Into esiyo thina singama support is to support the team. Thank you Masandawana kabuyelo.
iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, World Sports Betting.